Class. Hopefully you've had a wonderful week last week. We're down to it's week 12, and just continuously crazy to consider. Crazy. You've been doing this for quite a while now, and you've got the flow, you got the structure, you got everything going. But just to see the end in sight, it's got to feel good, and you've got to pat yourself on the back, for what you've been able to accomplish, and hopefully the growth that you've been able to experience. And don't give up yet. Don't slack. Know that you want to finish this all the way to the end. So a couple assignments, that to just give you the heads up. Hopefully that you totally know this, right? Being an even week, there's a doctrinal discussion board. Make sure that you post early, post often. 3 is the bare minimum. Unfortunately, I'm assuming some of you are busy, but there's still some of you that are not doing that bare minimum, and so, I can't can't give you your full points. But beyond that, if you could just go to the discussion boards, even with a prayer in your heart, saying, please help me help someone. Please help me to find a thread that I can respond to and help a fellow classmate. And even as you read something and you even have that thought going, I want to help that person, then ask, what can I share? And through your faithful study of the scriptures, through what you see, then you can get to this opportunity where hopefully you can be an instrument in the Lord's hands. What a wonderful section of the Book of Mormon. It's every section of the Book of Mormon is good. But this one where we're introduced to Alma, the younger sons of Mosiah, and we have some stories about conversion and what good we can do when we choose to follow the Lord and commit ourselves to Him, and when we are forgiven, that there's that desire we want to share that with others, just like Enos felt. You're going to see it again with Alma the Younger and the sons of Mosiah, and they're going to head out on their missions, and it's just awesome where this section ends with Alma chapter 7, a little chapter talking about the atonement of Jesus Christ and His power to save and lift and to help. Just want to do a quick little story to entice you to study chapter 5 of Alma. So I think I've shared before, sophomore in high school, parents separated and divorced, and it was a tough time for me. Knowing that my parents were never really happy and were dysfunctional, but just still having it happen just totally caught me off guard. And I was frustrated a lot. I was kind of bitter, and it was kind of a dark time in my life. And I had a friend that was always interested and always trying to help and always reaching out to me and encouraging me. But the reason why I'm bringing up Alma chapter 5 was that it's a chapter where Alma is talking to the people in the church, and he wants them just to really look at themselves and evaluate how they're doing. And so it was introduced to me to, before you read chapter 5, circle all the question marks. And then as you're reading, go through each one of those question marks and just pause and answer it. Again, a lot of times we're just like, I got to read the scriptures because I got to get to the end of the chapter. This one, Alma's has a group of people that he wants to really consider, what the Lord's done and how the Lord's delivered them. And if you could just pause and say, I want to evaluate myself. So some people have been really giant over the years, and they've actually typed out every question. They've answered every question. I am not asking you to do that. I am asking you, though, to seriously consider each question. And by the end of chapter 5, you'll have a good gauge. You have a good feel of where you're at spiritually. And this is what my friend did for me. And so as I, felt woe was me and felt kind of confused and frustrated, asking all these questions and considering what God has done for me, always just helped keep me focused and help me realize that, I am unhappy right now, and it is very hard. But God is good, and God has helped me, and it kept me close. And so, enjoy the study this week. Enjoy chapter 5, chapter 7, Mosiah 27, all the chapters in between. And when you do your final write-up of the Christ-like attribute project, just seriously consider, where you've come in a few short weeks. And I'm hoping that there's been some growth. So you guys are wonderful. Keep up the great work, and we'll see it again.